Many of us will have had the experience of dealing with a computer automated voice when calling customer service. It can be frustrating if the AI doesn't understand what you're saying. On the other hand, AI is advanced enough to write simple news articles about sports and finance, even if they do need a human touch in the end. But there's a new generation of AI in development in the form of language models from South Korea's tech giants, as well as Microsoft, Google, and Facebook. Experts say this will be the next big breakthrough in artificial intelligence. Today, I'm joined in the studio by our Bae Eun-ji, who's been looking into this technology and is here to get us all up to speed. Eunji, great to have you here today.
Good afternoon.
Well, all this sounds quite complicated, Eunji. Break it down for us a bit, if you would. What is an AI language model?
So, put it simply, an AI language model is a system that can analyze and use datasets, and it has a strong resemblance to the human brain. A human brain has 100 trillion synapses, which are the structures that enable neurons to carry messages through the brain. In an AI platform, the thing that is similar to the synapses are called parameters. They are variables used to pass information in the computer program. So more parameters means better AI. One of the largest language models ever trained is GPT-3, a model with 175 billion parameters. GPT-3 was created in May 2020 by OpenAI, a research firm co-founded by Elon Musk. It's not open to the public just yet, but it can write essays, summarize long text, and even write tweets just like humans. Also, it can convert our words into computer code. So using this, anyone can easily make an app or create website layouts, even people like myself who don't know anything about programming.
Well, that goes for me too, Eunji. So this sounds like something that could revolutionize all kinds of creative aspects of business and interactions with humans in customer service and also all kinds of media, really. How about Korean companies? Are there any that have created their own AI language models?
Well, yes. Last month, South Korea's biggest web service operator, Naver, unveiled its language model called HyperClova, trained in the Korean language. It can write emails and answer questions. If you ask a question and tell it to explain the answer in a simple way, it will do just that. The software engineer in charge of developing this says it was trained on a massive amount of data, almost as much as GPT-3.
Our model was trained on datasets of 560 billion tokens, which is similar to the amount that GPT-3 was trained on. This is about 50 years' worth of news articles.
The platform isn't available to the public yet, but Naver plans to provide its services to small and medium-sized companies, creators, and startups. Right now, it's used in the Naver search engine to provide a wider range of search suggestions. It helps users when they don't know how to spell something or when they don't know the right words to use. In the future, Naver hopes this service will help provide some level of companionship for lonely seniors, like as a conversation partner.
Well, some of this sounds like the things that we are already familiar with, only they're going to get much better with a more effective AI. But then other things you mentioned, like a conversation partner, sound quite revolutionary. So there are other Korean companies, though, that are also working on these projects.
That's right. LG announced last month that it's going to invest more than $100 million over the next 3 years. It aims to develop a program that contains 600 billion parameters, 3 times larger than GPT-3, by the end of this year.
For example, all the scientific discoveries in chemistry that humans made in the past 250 years are on paper, not digitalized. So this makes it hard for an AI to use this information. With a large AI model, we hope to discover new chemical materials. This will accelerate the development of electric vehicles and display panels.
Telecom operator KT has also recently established an AI research institute with Korea Advanced Institute of Science and Technology, or KAIST, to develop its own model.
Well, so it sounds like the AI developments that you've been talking about can do quite a lot of things when it comes to language. But are there any other applications besides reading and writing?
Well, Devin, it can also be applied to robotics. An AI lab that I went to at Seoul National University was working on a humanoid robot designed to interact with humans. It aims to have the robot learn house chores and do other simple tasks like serving customers in restaurants, while having actual conversations with people.
The last robot to be introduced is me, Pepper. I am a humanoid robot made by SoftBank, and I can use artificial intelligence.
The director, computer science professor, said that a more sophisticated AI program will allow this robot to do even more complex tasks.
The development of a large AI model can make this robot smarter. This robot right here has its brain connected to the computer. If we can use the AI tool, the robot can do a lot more tasks.
Well, Eunji, it does sound like these AI technologies will be taking over a lot of the work that we all do in many different fields, so we'll have to keep our eye on that. Thanks so much for sharing this with us today.
Thank you.